Do you want to do the talking or me? Alright, me. I think the last video I did was I arrived in Destin and I went and got food. Yesterday, I was just having like a tough time, and I don't know if it was because the night before where I like had a bit of a meltdown of like, what am I doing? And I didn't have a place to stay in Destin, but I was headed to Destin. But I don't know if it was that or whatever, but yesterday it was like tough mentally. I don't know, I feel like I am probably gonna spend Christmas alone, and that's been on the back of my mind. And so I feel like little things kind of just like set me off. I mean, this whole thing is so messed up, but because like Christmas is around the corner, I feel like that's like lingering. And anyways, so yesterday the hotel, well, let me back up. This hotel is 2 months old and was like pretty, like not cheap, but like reasonable for being in Destin. And I was like, okay, heck yeah, check in. I ate that food, and then I'm like, I'm gonna shower and go to bed. Just like, I don't know, I just started to feel sick, and like I said, I like was just sad. So I shower, grab the towel, and there's hair, like thick black long hair. It's like woven into the towel, and I'm like, disgusting. Clearly it's not my hair. So I'm like, ew. So I grab another one. Same thing. 3 towels that had the same issue. And I'm like, no. Like, it wasn't one where you could pick it off and like just use it. It was like multiple intertwined. It was disgusting. And there was ants in the shower. Like, this place is 2 months old. And I'm like, okay, I'm only gonna be here for 2 nights. It's fine. Like, whatever. So I ended up drying off with a hand towel and going to bed, and then woke up, which was yesterday, and was like still kind of in a mood. So I was like, okay, the hotel has a gym. Normally I work out like 4 to 5 times a week. And I haven't worked out in like 10 days. And I'm starting to feel like sluggish and thicker, and obviously my mental state is all over the place. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym. It's right beside the laundry, and I didn't think I'd be able to do laundry at all. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I called the front desk. I told them about the towels. I'm like, I need new towels. So they bring me 3 new towels, and I didn't check them because I'm like, okay, this is a new batch of towels. So I go, once I'm done at the gym and laundry, I go shower, and what is on the towel? The same long thick hair. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe it's like housekeeping, but like on 6 towels, that's a lot. I took a video so I could show the front desk, because like when I saw a couple ants and like hair on the 3 towels, I was like, I just want new towels. I'm not gonna say anything. But in the day and a half that I was there, I found probably 20 ants and 6 dirty towels with that hair. Disgusting. And like, I have no problem killing a bug. Texas has bugs, but I'm not paying to stay in a brand new hotel to be having ants all over a bathroom and who knows where else, and to like constantly be finding them. I moved the towel that you like stand on when you get out of the shower, and there was just like ants. When I'm already like kind of like in a funk and I have like those things. If it was one thing, it's whatever, but when I'm already feeling like down and then those are happening, I just broke down and like started crying and made a call and was like blubbering and just having a full meltdown. And they were like, you know, you really need to realize a lot of people would be thrilled to do what you're doing. And like I said, like when I hear that, it like helps me keep going, but when I'm sad, it like doesn't help. Oh. And I know that a lot of people would be loving to do this. And I am grateful that I've got to see like some cool places, but also like not having like any stability or anything like that is like really getting to me. And I know like by the end of the day I'll be fine, but like yesterday and today I just not having it. But they're like, you know, you need to knock it off and you're gonna be okay, and like you're doing such a cool thing, and like, you know, one day this will be a really cool story. When everything started to hit the fan, like you decided this is what you want to do, so you either got to like stick to it or like figure out something else. I mean, it was a good talk. It was like tough love, but, and I also hadn't eaten because I had just been sad and worked out, went to the gym and hung out at the hotel, and I'm like, what a waste. I come all the way to Destin. I don't get to like see the beach. After I had my meltdown, I got dressed and went and walked along the pier with Cooper, also dog friendly, and it was like a bunch of food trucks and little shops. They were all closed because I'm assuming it's off season here too. And there's a lot of restaurants. They have like a Margaritaville. But then I was gonna go into Margaritaville and someone's like, it's so basic here, like go to Harry T's. I think it's Harry T's. And I went and I sat on the water. And I think those are the only pictures and videos I really took today, was like walking along the pier or the wharf or whatever you call it, and then that restaurant. And I got to see the sun go down as I was sitting down, and Cooper was such a good boy. He just sat at my feet. But the view and the location was like perfect. And the food was amazing. I got mahi-mahi with Brussels sprouts and mashed potatoes. And oh my god, I make the best Brussels sprouts ever. Like anyone who's had my Brussels sprouts is like, whoa, but these, next level. My server was so awesome. She even brought me like, I've never had gumbo and I don't do spicy. So she brought me a little sample cup like you get at Costco. And I was like, okay, this is so good. But if I have a like cup or a bowl of this, I won't be able to eat it. Like it's too spicy. It's flavorful, but too spicy. But it was super nice that she brought me a sample and then recommended the other dish that I got. And then I was eating, and I guess as she was walking to my table to see how things were going, she had said to another customer, like, you know, happy holidays, like have a great evening. I didn't hear her say that, but she walked up to me after and she just told me, I think just because I was like the closest person to her when it happened. But she said that to these people leaving, and she's like, I just wish them like happy holidays and have a good night. And they said probably not, and it's just so rude. And I was like, you know, I feel like it doesn't cost anything to be kind, and that's how my mom raised me, is like kindness doesn't cost anything, and like, you know, you need to treat people the way you want to be treated, and there's no reason to take a bad day out on someone else. And I was saying this to her. I'm like, I know it like sucks. And here I am having like a mental breakdown like an hour before and just having a tough day, a tough couple weeks. But I'm like still encouraging her. Cause like that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like push it down. Except these videos. These videos are all the emotions. All the emotions. But anyways, so she came to me and then I said that and she's like, I know you're right. It just is like frustrating because it just like ruins your mood. I was like, I know, trust me, I get it. And then I kind of opened up to her and was like, you know, I had an awful day. I didn't say everything, but I was like, you know, I had an awful day. Like, this is what I'm dealing with. I'm on this like trip, and you know, it has its days where it's really fun, and then it has its days where I'm like really struggling. But I feel like no matter if I'm in a good mood or a bad mood, I'm never going to take it out on someone. And you know, I'm not saying I'm better than anyone, and that's not why I'm telling you that, but I feel like everyone deals with things differently. And there was more to it. We had this like good conversation, and then she started telling me about her and whatnot, and I don't know, it was just like really like a good chat. like walking the wharf and eating that amazing food, watching the sun go down on the water, and just like chatting with her really like cheered me up. Like it was much needed. So I was in a better mood after that, and then went back to the hotel and just watched trashy TV and Food Network. And then went to sleep, and I just checked out. I think that's the only update. I feel okay today. I woke up super anxious and like sick to my stomach. Just not alright. But it's okay. I am gonna go take a drive. I'm gonna go drive by Rosemary Beach just to see what it's about, because I've always wanted to go there. And I'm gonna stop somewhere, I can't remember what it's called. I'll do a little clip when I'm there. But I'm gonna drive, I think it's 15 minutes away, to some beignet place, because I have tried this whole trip to have beignets and I haven't been able to. So I'm gonna try and go get a beignet, and then I'm gonna continue on to Rosemary Beach, and then Panama City Beach, and then from there I'm gonna go to Tallahassee to a restaurant I saw on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, because I've been watching a lot of Food Network on my sad nights. I've always wanted to go on Chopped, fun fact. I love to cook. Love to cook. Maybe one day. I think I know where... I don't have a hotel booked tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But I do know the direction I'm going today, so... Alright. That's it. So once I checked out of my hotel, I went to the beignet spot, and then I drove from Destin, Florida to Rosemary Beach, and I didn't get to see the beach there, but I got to see all the cute homes and just like see what it's about. And then I continued on to Panama City Beach. And then once I got there, I was so exhausted. I think just like emotionally, I just like took an hour nap in my car. And then continued on to Tallahassee because I'd been watching so many Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives episodes. I saw this place called Cush's Bayou Rouge. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna drive right through Tallahassee, like I'll stop there, might as well, nowhere to be, nothing to do. And I went in, and the server was like asking what brought me here. I can't even remember her exact question, but like what brought me here, or how to hear about it, or whatever. And I was like, actually, and I'm on this journey, I guess you could call it, and I saw this on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives playing in one of my hotel room TVs, and I decided that I would like stop and come in and see what it's about. I got a water and shrimp and grits, and the shrimp and grits was amazing. And then after I ate, I don't even know if this is all making sense, but after I ate, I asked for the bill, and she said, don't worry about it. She's like, the whole thing's been taken care of. And even though it was just like a meal, like it means like so much to me because of, because I like I said, like I'm on the beach and I'm having like a really fun time, but then there's like days like yesterday and this morning where I'm really struggling, and there's just like so much like compassion from people on this whole trip. Like, people have just been so kind, and but people have just been like so kind. And just to top it off, after she said like the bill's been taken care of, I started crying at the table because like that's a big deal for me. And then she was like, is there anything else I can do? Like, can I give you money? And I'm like, no, absolutely not.